Hello, my friends. It's been a while. We are back with more Reddit short, scary stories. I feel like today's story will be interesting. As always, the original Reddit post link will be in the description box below for you to check it out. Without further ado, let's jump into today's story. The blind child. Stabbing? Sylvia pointed a trembling finger at my brother, Arthur. Her milky, unseeing eyes glamped in his direction, and his wife, Agnes, trembled with indication from across the table. My husband's face colored as he dropped his fork and dragged our daughter back into the bathroom, scolding her as they went. The rest of the night was awkward, and the peep in our conversation never recovered. 2 weeks later, Agnes was stabbed dead in her office parking lot. A colleague student found her, almost vomited all over her, and called the cops. My brother swore that he bore no ill will against my daughter, but I could tell that he was lying. One day, the middle-aged woman who taught my daughter how to read a braille called me, "Ma'am, I don't know what's going on your daughter's been whispering electrician for the past half hours and starting to distract her from the lessons. Could you please talk to her?" I did. Sylvia, in her 9 years old lack of understanding, told me it was just a cool new world she learned at school. The death of an electrician made headlines the following week. It was a freak accident involving tangling wires and a bucket of water. Sylvia's teacher's face was blurred privacy, but her voice was as familiar as anything to me. He was my partner, my soulmate. While my husband was working late, I called Sylvia into the living room. "Honey, is there anything mommy should know?" She hesitated. "Honey, you know you can talk to me." She denied it once more. "I have no secrets from you, mommy." My husband walked into the living room with his hair tousled and his eyes distant. Instead of rushing to hug her dad, Sylvie simply turned towards him. "Fire," she said. My heart stopped every time Sylvie said something like that. It was the person's partner who died, and the reason to a fire. Was Sylvie merely making prediction, or was she putting a curse on me for snooping into her business? Why this devil's child? I grew paranoid, checked the appliances and electronics constantly, and cleared the house of any fire hazard. That was my life over the next few days. All the while I kept my eyes on Sylvia. Sylvia had grown almost hateful towards my own daughter. My husband came home one night, wounded, all blackened with soot. While I sat in the living room and Sylvia listened to the radio beside me. "What's the matter?" I asked. He gulped. One of my colleagues, her house caught fire. She was trapped in, but I managed to escape. That turned the gears in my head. "What were you doing in your house?" That expression on my husband's face was sufficient admission of guilt. I opened my mouth to speak, not to scream, but a smaller voice from beside me looked at me and whispered, "Poisoning?" Okay, that's kind of cool. I feel like it could be a movie. It's very cool, guys. I hope you enjoy. As always, the link is down in the description box below for you to check out, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good one. Bye bye. Ciao.